Well, since nobody asked me to do this, I felt obligated to make this list. And if you're sitting there thinking, why rear delts? It's because half the world's walking around with half their shoulder. It's a bit of an epidemic. Some would say it's turned into a goddamn panic. So the real title of this list should be the top 5 exercises for rear delts that you can't screw up even if you train like an asshole. Because, let's face it, training rear delts is difficult. And I'm sure you're just like me, and every time you do, it takes you right back to losing your virginity because it's the same thing. Just like you had to find a woman that felt sorry enough for you, you have to find an exercise that your lack of mobility and dysfunctional biomechanics can't screw up. And when you were ready to get after it, you had to make sure you were actually ready to get after it, because the last thing you wanted to be known for is trying to shove your marshmallow in a keyhole for 10 minutes. Same thing with rear delts. You have to make sure that your shoulders are backing down, your traps are out of it, your lat doesn't engage, and your rear delt is actually the thing that's firing. And even when you're in the process of losing your virginity, you learn some things that you didn't think you were going to learn. Like, I really should watch what I eat before I do this because my stomach is torn up. I don't know if I'm going to finish or violently shit everywhere, but either way, it's going to feel great. And just like rear delts, things can go off the rails really quick. You can have a great connection, and next thing you know, feel like you had a stroke. All that to say, you're guaranteed to get a great connection from these exercises. But either way, you should always keep that butthole tight. All right, the first unfuckable exercise is the one that I don't even know the name of it. It's the one where you put the barbell behind you, you bend over and flex straight back. Now, the reason this one's so great is because even if you go too heavy, you're still gonna have a great connection. Now, preferably you'd be able to go lighter, flex straight up right above your ass, but either way, it's still gonna work. Now, the other benefit is hand placement is really a preference more than anything else. Some people are gonna connect better with that pronated overhand grip. Other people, like myself, supinated because it already opens up that shoulder, flexes the rear delt from the start, and from there, it just goes from bad to worse. All right, next up, we have incline rear delt focused around the worlds. And these share the same benefit as the last one because even when you take that light weight out to the side, squeeze, engage that rear delt, and then pull the weight around, that's rivaled pretty equally by what looks like those arm circles you did in 6th grade PE class to warm up your shoulders before your chubby ass had to go run a mile. Same thing. Both of them work. Both are going to tear up those posterior delts. All right, next up, let's go over one for the person at the gym that gets just as distracted by all the leggings they see as they do looking at themselves. Because with this one, the only thing you have to do not to screw it up is tuck your chin and put your head on the pad. From there, take a supinated grip, and you just flex those dumbbells from your side straight back. I don't care if you can't help yourself and you start licking the pad. Doesn't matter. You're not going to mess this up. For the next exercise, we can take that same concept over to cables. And what's crazy to me is I've never seen anybody do this variation, but if I asked you right now to flex your rear delt, you probably would just go, try to squeeze it back. That's what this exercise is. What the fuck, right? And the way you set this up is put that cable at eye level and contract down at a 45-degree angle. And yeah, you're going to get some engagement of that tricep, but not as much because that arm is in a fixed position, so that tricep is going to be in a static contraction the entire time, and that's nowhere near as painful as the fiery death that's going on in your rear delt, because the true beauty of this exercise is the only thing that can happen at the end of the contraction is a fully flexed rear delt. So this last one technically is an exercise you can do for sets, reps, and get results, but that's not the way I like to think about it or use it. I use it either pre-exhaust or unfucking exercise I don't connect with, and that's by taking a band like this, doing 30 reps, and then going right into that exercise. And I don't care how bad your mind-muscle connection was before, you will instantly screw yourself in a good way by pushing so much blood in that rear delt that no matter what exercise you do after, you're going to have a connection, whether you like it or not. There you have it. 5 exercises that you can't screw up if you wanted to. Now, normally I ask people to like, subscribe, and do all that. This one, I'm sure you know at least one person with little to no rear delts. No need to say anything, just send it to them. They'll figure it out. And if you haven't got a chance to kick your ass with the full gym or garage program, I'll leave a link in the description. Again, 30 days, 20 videos, $20. Pretty damn simple. If you need more help with your shoulders, I'll leave 2 videos here, but most importantly, subscribe, because apparently there's a million other assholes just like you, which is fucking awesome.